All right, guys, here's your update. We did get a call from Bendpak. I was going home last night. It's probably 7 o'clock-ish. I was getting ready to leave here. I got a call from California, and we did hear from Bendpak. So here are the details. All right, guys, I want to backtrack a little bit. I know a lot of y'all tuned in and watched the video, and there's been a whole lot of real negativeness towards Bendpak. And I want to reiterate, the original video was no different than the video I just posted, other than it was 75 or 80 days ago. It said the same thing, the same issues, and the same problems that we had. And I had no issue pulling the video down. A lot of people are like, put it back, put it back, put it back. People make mistakes in business. We run multiple businesses from different facets of all kinds of different things. And things do happen. I can even admit to be guilty of that. We sent a very high-end truck to a customer that was here having a custom build done, and we sold it to them. Lo and behold, it shipped out, and I personally forgot a $10 item on a $50-some thousand truck that had 30 items added to it, but I forgot one of them. I literally took it out because it was in the seat, moved it to take a picture. Don't know what just happened over there, but it was noisy. Did they just run into somebody? All right, sorry about that. So customer called, they were a little upset. They got their truck, they were so excited with everything, but the little $10 thing made them upset. I immediately got it, put it in a box, and Christian behind the camera got it in the mail immediately. It was a mistake. A couple months ago, sent a very high-end $100,000+ vehicle to a customer that had 2 key fobs and remotes, and it was a Lamborghini. And by the time it got to him, it only had 1. Did we lose it? Did the transporter lose it? Don't know, but he was upset. Lamborghini keys not cheap. I think it ended up costing us like $500. I told him to go to the closest locksmith. They couldn't do it. He finally got, I think, to the Lamborghini dealer or high-end dealer. They cut a key. I paid for it, took care of it. Again, if I hadn't have done those things, I would expect the customer to wait a little bit, maybe call again, check in, and then you blast it. I mean, if it's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. I held off as long as I could to make this second video. And tracking back, the part that really upsets me is we've been in business almost 50 years. When I designed and set this system up right here, in the back of my building is just like this. The building next door is also glass and seeable. There's not a single lift in there. I did this so it can be seen. It's lit up 24 hours a day, and it was my dream combination to put this together to look like a Hot Wheels store. I'd seen Bendpak in so many things, and I've used Bendpak. I told the lady when she called, I'm getting to that, I promise. I told the lady when she called, I've got 5 shops with lifts. After getting off the phone, I thought about it because we have some family business shops that we own, and then I own some businesses and buildings myself. I have 10 buildings with lifts and shops. And in there, I've got every manufacturer, Rotary, you guys have spit out every name there is. And I've got one of each. One of the shops we've had since the 50s. It's our family original shop. It's had every kind of lift from the floor up. I have Bendpak across the street. You can put that video in right here, Christian, in our original showroom. When they came out with their double wide, I was the first man to get one. I had to have it to put my father's cars on it to display them. They're still over there. And other than a little instance when that lift came in for the original install that my installer fixed, he had to part with him, that's been a good lift, but it's only been used like 4 times, ever. These lifts were different. I wanted them to change up every day. So let's get to it. The lady called yesterday, California number. First thing she said is, who am I speaking with? I said, J.W. Davis. She said, I guess you're the one that gave us the amazing shout out online. I said, if this is Bendpak, I assume so. And she said, yeah, I've been dealing with this all day. And I said, I can assume so because I've seen the comments. I said, I hope that somebody saw it because I had no choice. I pleaded my case exactly, just ran over everything. And she said, you know, you weren't slanderful, you weren't anything. You just spoke the truth and we have an issue. They admitted they have a problem. Now, they probably have more problems internal than what me and her spoke about, but she was nice. She was very apologetic. And she explained what we kind of had already been told. The design of the cylinders are hit or miss. Some are good, some are bad. Well, in the process, I got some of the bad, and they only have some of the bad. They're waiting on some of the good to come in. And I guess they've redesigned it with more, more sleeves or more O-rings, or I don't know. I'm not a hydraulic technician, but I know how it works. So they're doing something better and stronger Don't know. A lot of people comment about importing them or China. I'm not sure. We didn't get into that. She said she had spent her whole day tracking it back. She saw the original order. She saw the second order when I ordered 2, then I ordered 2 more. She saw the parts order, and then she saw that we dropped the ball. I also want to reemphasize when she originally said, I think 99% of it's our problem and 1% of it's Advance. I have to take up for Advance. I don't think 0% of it has anything to do with my lady Jennifer in Advance. She has never given me a problem. If there's ever been an issue, let's just take this for instance. One other catastrophe that was not Bendpak's fault, but the cylinder that took forever to get here, when it finally was tracking that it was on the way, it went north and it went south and it went east and it went west. It spent a week just traveling around instead of coming straight here. It ended up in Virginia Beach for some reason. That's 2 hours for me. She offered to go get it personally with one of her drivers or herself and get it so that my installer could put it in. My installer also called. He has seen the video. He said, you know, it's kind of funny, when they called me, she said, do you think that they're happy with you doing the install? He said, yeah, I live in one of his houses. As you could see in the first video, I said that, so they re-emphasized it. Everything that we said was so spot on, it wasn't funny. And like I said, we've been using lifts. We have automotive stuff. Shops that I have work sent to, shops that I own, shops that I lease, shops that my brother runs. We have a lot of shops and we use a lot of product. And we've used other Bendpak products also. And as you guys have put in the comments, a lot of people have had issues with that too. And that's unfortunate. This was not to bash on Bendpak. Bendpak has guaranteed they're going to make it right, and they're going to make it right ASAP. They gave a January 27th date for these other cylinders we're waiting on. My install guy said he'll come anytime. After I got the call from Bendpak, I got a call from my installer. He said, hey, I've heard from Bendpak. They're ready to make this thing be fixed. I said, that's funny. I just talked to the lady too. So they communicated really quickly after all this. And it's unfortunate it took this. I really want to hold them in higher standards for fixing the problem. As of this morning, instead of January 27th, now we're going to have the cylinders shipped today or tomorrow. And these are the improved cylinders. So I think we're going to have a little bit of closure. But I want to show you guys another view. Like this is not just a small thing. It's not about spending $100,000 on lifts and install. It's not about the money. Again, if I spent $1,000 on a part from any manufacturer and it went bad, you would think they'd take care of it. And I think that's where a lot of people in the comments have made gripes about other lifts and other styles. I wanted specifically triple stack. I specifically finished this area to fit these lifts. The doors, the openings, everything about this building, and I'll drop in some pictures at nighttime so you guys can see how phenomenal it looks. Everything was designed to fit in this aspect around these lifts. It was a dream of mine to do this. I think it'd be a dream of anybody's. I don't care who you are in the car industry, whether you're Jay Leno or a 16-year-old first-timer. This is a cool setup. And I don't mind Bendpak being spot lit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 times, 16 times that you can see, because I was proud of this setup. I was beyond proud of this setup. That whole building there was going to have double stack and extra wide lifts like you saw in my other building. That's a full showroom full of show cars, square bodies, and cool stuff too. And all this is lit up for this road here to see as people travel by. So let's go inside. I'm going to show you this other view. So this area right here, as you can see, was also completely wrapped around the idea of this. This is our podcast area. This here was the background for all of our videos to come, and the ones that have already been filmed and not edited yet, as we wanted to showcase the stack racks, the background. And again, I got so frustrated, I didn't even put the wall art I have. I've got signs and all kinds of cool stuff that I haven't even put up yet. Christian, there's another furnace. Christian's learning about furnaces and boilers through our buildings because it's really cold in Virginia, guys. So I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. Bendpak says they're going to do the right thing. I had a great conversation with this lady. I did not find out what she was. I don't know if she's VP or she's been there 20 years. She said she was mentally and physically upset over the situation, and I can understand that. Again, things happen. My guys sometimes drop the ball. The customer calls and fusses at me. I make it right. As long as you're given the opportunity to make it right, you should be good. If you're given the opportunity to make it right and you don't, that's when things are really bad. People talk about suing and lawsuits and take them down. I'm not looking for all that. I just want my stuff to work properly. I really do. I don't want these issues, which are kind of moderate, that have turned into major because it's drug on so long. I just want them to work. I want them to operate. I want my guys to be able to use them the way they were meant to be. And I want, you know, I'm not going to peel the stickers off. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. So thank you for reaching out, Bendpak. Thank you guys for supporting the channel that have commented. It's unfortunate for Bendpak that it has gone so viral, but we are going to give them the benefit of the doubt and the opportunity to make this right. And I hope that they do. I hope that my lifts end up working right. If they can really wow me, you might see some more of their product, because we have a lot of things. Once a year we go through our shops, we make sure everything's safe. We have to buy more lifts, we have to replace them. Again, you know, Rotary and some of these other companies have been around a long time also. We know, and we like those too. But sometimes we're trying to replace in the exact footprint, exact style, 2-post, 4-post, triple stack, extra wide. I have tried them all. And again, this has just been unfortunate. So thanks for watching. I promised an update. Here's the update. And we're waiting on Bendpak. So you guys will be involved. You'll see what's going on in the video. You know, she didn't even ask for the video to come down this time. I think they knew I did everything I was supposed to do by pulling that original video down. This video will come down, or I'll give a good update when the problem is resolved. I hope to be able to give them a thumbs up and an A+ for customer service when everything settles out. So we shall see. That's your update for today. Davis Auto Sales in Richmond, Virginia.